guys, it's your host Cece and welcome to the final episode for this season of The Tide, where news keeps on flowing. In our previous episode, we learned what it's like to start college during a pandemic. Today, we're getting a glimpse into what it takes to put together a dance group. But before we get into that, let's check in with Dom for campus news.
Thank you, Cece. Half a day and welcome back to Campus News. I'm your host, Dom, bringing you the exclusives on this week's news. To start things off, 8 employees from the University of Guam have been listed in the 50 under 40 emerging leaders in the Government of Guam publication for their commitment to improving government operations. Congratulations to the 8 young leaders. Second, the 58th Student Government Association invited students on Halloween Day to a curbside pickup event where they passed out free Triton spooky bags. Proper safety measures were upheld, so kudos to SGA for bringing students some Halloween spirit. And finally, the 6th Annual UOG Film Festival is back to showcase the works of communication students after being cancelled earlier in May this year. It will be held virtually on Friday, November 20th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. through Zoom and Facebook Live. So mark your calendars. And that wraps it up for this week's campus news. As usual, all affiliate links will be provided in the description below. Now back with Cece as she leads us into today's story.
Thanks, Dom. This afternoon, we'll be introduced to 2 talented women and hear the story of how their dance group banded together. While discovering our talents can be exciting, deciding what to do with those talents is a struggle that many people face. As young artists and performers grow and develop their style in their community, they may find themselves making waves in the performance industry with the help of the bonds they've made. We bring you Kayla Yada with insight from 2 leaders of the dance group, The Peaches, and hear the story of how they came to be and, most importantly, how far they plan to go.
In a world as competitive and fast-paced as dance, it can be near impossible to get the recognition you need to success on your own. However, for these young ladies, they were able to work together and break through that barrier, forming a new dance group, The Peaches.
All started off with GDC Guam dance communities, and then there's this thing called Cold Star Night, which GDC holds like every year, I think, right? So that night, me and Jai talked about it, and we were like, why don't we form a small team and perform for Cold Star Night? So we messaged a couple of our friends in GDC if anybody wanted to join, and then that's basically how we formed.
The Peaches were formed for a one-time gig, which quickly blossomed into new opportunities for the group.
And then we also did multiple performances on Halloween. We help out the Diosos at Icon a lot. Also created a video with our friend Rusty.
Although they were fortunate enough to gain exposure, the group's main purpose is to have fun and share their passion for their art.
Our goal is to just have fun and like spread love of dance everywhere, because it originally started off as just like, a group of friends having fun, and we wanted to keep it that way.
Like every upcoming artist, the Peaches had their struggles. For them, the trouble came from the community's reluctance to recognize them as their own group.
People weren't used to the idea of like small groups taking over the community yet. We took it really slow and we rebranded like our choreography, our kind of outfits, brand in general. And I feel like people were more accepting of it by that time.
Despite loving what they do, these ladies still contend with the usual hardships of being students and working adults.
We are all full-time students and most of them have jobs, so it's very hard to balance our time.
The Peaches were just starting their career when the pandemic hit, and although they could not be as active as they were, they found other ways to keep up with their ambitions.
We didn't want our dance team to die just because of COVID. We wanted to keep it going, so I brought up the idea of doing a concept video for Halloween.
The Peaches are just getting started, yet they still have an active following even during these times. They hope their name and story can help inspire any and all upcoming artists.
I feel like the number one advice that I can give is to just let go and have fun. Dance is supposed to be fun, or any kind of art is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a hobby. It's not supposed to be something that you treat as a chore.
Thank you to Ami and Jaira for sharing your story and encouraging other aspiring performers to keep pursuing their talents and dreams, and, more importantly, to enjoy themselves along the way. I'm your host, Cece, and we'll see you in the next season of The Tide. there, Tide News fans! Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe and hit the bell icon down here so that you're notified when we upload. And feel free to click on any of the videos here for more exclusive content. Thanks for watching!